I love sourdough as a carb source. I decided to do red. I picked up some cauliflower rice. Cardio is done and dusted, so it feels so much better doing cardio with a little bit more food in my system. And in my reverse diet, so we're bringing up my food slowly, right? And I am following a macro approach. So I'm monitoring my total protein for the day, my total carbs for the day, and my total fats for the day. So I increased my overall intake by about like 15% of what it was before peak week. In the form of carbs and fats, my protein doesn't really change. And so what I do is I pre-track out my entire day so that I'm not trying to think about food and what my next meal is going to be. I literally just throw in what my meals are going to be, and then I follow it like a meal plan. I recommend that to some of my one-on-one clients as well when I'm working with their nutrition. It really just depends on the person and what works best for you, but I'm finding that that helps me, especially in a reverse, to not be thinking about food so much, because that can be a big thing when you're going from being so structured in a bodybuilding prep to now kind of finding a little bit of that flexibility. And I just find that that kind of helps things. So I go into the day kind of knowing what my meals are going to be, and then I know I'm hitting my target. So with that being said, I am adding in some more micronutrient rich foods like avocados, like little tomatoes, cucumbers, microgreens. So that's really fun. And that's making me feel really good. I'm having more fiber, berries, fruit, bananas. But I am keeping a majority of my ingredients and my meals the same. We're just changing the portion sizes. So I'm making another egg white pancake, if you guys couldn't tell. The real ones, no. That's been in for the past year and it is not going anywhere. So just because I am not in prep does not mean I am giving up my egg white pancake. I've been having this most days. Some days I'll switch it up a little bit, but it's just my favorite way to have egg whites. Like, I don't know. I'm a sweet girl, I feel like, most of the time. So my protein source for this breakfast is going to be those egg whites, and then I threw in some cinnamon and some stevia, of course. And then for my carb source, I am switching it up a little bit, and I'm going to do some sourdough. I love sourdough as a carb source, so usually in the morning I do something like oats or cream of rice, and now sometimes, maybe a couple times a week, I'll do sourdough. I find that it digests really well, so I'm keeping that in. But just wait, I think this breakfast is going to be a pretty one. So this is the breakfast in all of its glory. So for our carb source, we have some sourdough. I did some avocado as our healthy fat. I put those microgreens on top and everything but the bagel seasoning. amazing. And then for our protein source, we have egg whites, and then I did a bunch of berries. So I'm getting a good amount of fiber from the berries and a good amount of fiber from the avocado. So I'm gonna be feeling good. Alrighty, hello again. I just wrapped up most of my work for the day. I was doing some new client programming and doing some check-ins for the girls on my one-on-one online fitness program, making sure that everybody is on track with gaining some muscle, losing some fat, whatever their goals may be. So I got most of that done for today. And now it is almost time to head to the gym. I am going to train with my dad today, which I'm very excited about. Bradley and I just moved up to Central Florida like maybe a few months ago, and that's where both of our families are. So now like once or twice a week I'm able to go and like train with my dad, which is super, super fun. And he pushes me, I can't lie. And today is an upper body day. And some of my judges' feedback was actually like, I need to grow my upper body and especially my arms. That's something that I need to grow is I have long arms and I'm just young and I need more muscle maturity. And I always say that. So overall development, but I definitely need to grow my upper body. So I loved hearing that because I love training upper body and I don't need to like bulk up and like get all like huge arms. That's not what I mean, but just a little bit more like definition, and that comes with just having more overall muscle development. So I'm going to go ham on some arms. I had arms a couple days ago on my back day as well, and I was pushing it and it was fun. Like I like training arms and I love training shoulders. So this is going to be a fun workout, but of course, we need to eat my pre-workout meal first. So for the pre-meal, it is very similar to what I was doing when I would have like a higher carb day during prep. Again, keeping it to the same ingredients, but I love this meal and I love how I feel after training having this meal. So we're keeping it to that. So I'm doing some 93% grass-fed beef, which I had ingredient prepped. Actually, Bradley prepped this. Thank you very much. But you guys know me, I'm very big on ingredient prep. That way when it's time for a meal, I can just throw my ingredients together in a bowl and it takes me no time because I never really meal prep. Like that just seems like that would take way too long. And then I prepped some jasmine rice in the rice cooker as I was working. And I've been seasoning it with this shawarma seasoning. I'll actually show you guys. It's in my cabinet here. We picked this up from Whole Foods and it is so good. So sometimes when I'm feeling like I want a little bit more flavor, I will throw this in the rice cooker and then just cook it as is, and it gives it so much flavor. This is the pre-workout meal that we are rocking with. Delicious, it works every time. And then I'm also having a little bit of banana with it. Starting off this upper body day with abs. I like to do abs 3 times a week. And Dad has an ab routine, so I'm gonna see if I can keep up with them. We'll see.
You ready?
Yeah, we'll see. I need to strengthen my core for sure. I usually do like decline sit-ups in the morning. All right. And leg raises, so this is gonna be interesting. I haven't done a plank in a while. Oh,
Yeah.
your timer stopped. Doing better than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I haven't done a plank in a while. Oh, 90 seconds, yay. Okay, and then instead of push-ups, I'm gonna do some crunches. That's one thing I started focusing on a lot more this past year too. Because like, I wasn't really training core. Because obviously in bikini, you don't want to like build your midsection. But I started doing more body weight ab workouts like 3 times a week. And I feel like it really made a difference on stage with like, just the overall like definition.
Yeah.
And since my focus is like going up in weight on a lot of my movements, I feel like it helps me keep everything braced so that I can be moving more weight. Okay, so side plank. Ooh, that one's tough.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Only 30 seconds.
Okay. Whew, that's tough. Switch sides. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, I'm definitely warm. let's go change some shoulders. All right, you guys, that was a great workout. And I don't know, I was talking to my dad and I was like, I feel like I'm growing. Like it was a great workout. The connection is great. I just feel so good and I feel more like myself every day of this reverse diet. And as my food is slowly coming up and my recovery is getting better, every single lift I'm going in with intention and focusing on, am I improving from last week? Am I getting a couple more reps? Can I add a little bit more weight? And I'm really being intentional about creating a stimulus in every single training session and not just going through the motions, because that is how we build muscle. We actually talked about that in one of our recent podcast episodes, the Gym Girls Unfiltered. It was the episode of training versus working out. And once you can make that shift, it's so important. And really, like, when you're in prep, it's different because you're not really growing muscle in that time. So now that I'm actually reverse dieting and I'm adding in a little bit more food very slowly, I am able to really capitalize on this post-show rebound and put on some muscle, which is super exciting. I mean, this is the phase that I am most excited for. But I have my post-workout meal with me. I packed it ahead of time. I am doing wild-caught mahi and some sweet potato and some pink salt on top of there. So delicious. I'm gonna eat this and then I'm gonna head to the nail salon because I want to get my nails done. I don't really want to because every time I go to the nail salon I just feel like it takes so much time. But it's Friday, so I'm gonna eat this and then we're gonna get over there. All right, nails are done. I decided to do red. I wanted to do something like kind of fun this time. I'm always doing neutrals and I don't know, I kind of love it. I wasn't sure what I was gonna think. I was like going back and forth and I was like, I'm making a rash decision, but I want to do red. And I honestly really like how it turned out. And it's Bradley and I's 2 years on Sunday, so we're celebrating that. And I was like, I want to do something kind of like fun for that. And I feel like red, I don't know, something about red nails I feel like is nice. But anyways, it was really nice and they were like multitasking and doing my toes and doing my nails at the same time, which was so sweet. So it only took like an hour and a half, which was way better. And I don't know what it is, but I feel like I can't like relax at nail salons I don't know. So I had my laptop with me and I got a couple girls like onboarded into my program. I was responding back to messages. So I don't know, it's kind of nice to be able to like get a pedicure. I usually don't get a pedicure. I usually do that myself, but my mom was like, just get it done. Like, just, you're there, you might as well. So that was kind of a nice little treat and I was able to like get a little bit more done. But it is Friday, so I want to get back and see Bradley and get the weekend started. So I think it's gonna be fun. I also, really random, but I stopped into, what is it, Walgreens, and I picked up these because I was just like craving something to put into my water, and it's strawberry peach. And I was going to pick these up from the grocery store and I forgot, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick them up on the way back. Actually, in college, kind of a funny story, I used to put these in my purse and I would get a tequila water from the bar and I would put this in it because it's 0 calories and it would add flavoring to it so that way, like, not in a restrictive way, but I felt better because there was no sugar in my drink and it was a little bit lower calories, so I knew that I was like at least staying a little bit closer to where my targets would be. But yeah, I don't know, I love these and that kind of like reminded me of that. But kind of a fun alternative, like if you're pre-gaming with your friends or maybe you're having like a girls' night and you're making some drinks, that was my go-to. Or I would sweeten things with stevia. Like me and Emily, you remember back in the days, we were making like espresso martinis, but we would do it with liquid stevia instead of simple syrup. But anyways, that was completely off track, but this just reminded me of that. But let's get home. Alrighty, I am all showered up and nice and cozy. It is time for another meal, the last meal of the night. So I'm gonna do a nice little bowl that I've been loving doing. So I picked up some cauliflower rice from Costco. They have a whole freezer bag of a bunch of cauliflower rice. It's been one of my go-tos. There's so much fiber. It keeps me really satiated, especially while my food is still a little bit low. I like doing meals that are gonna keep me feeling fuller, and I like to do that with like high fiber stuff. So this was just a freezer pack and you just steam it in the microwave. It's been amazing. And then I have some shrimp already prepped. Again, I got this from Costco. I've been loving their Argentine wild-caught red shrimp. They're so good. I've been loving them. So I'm gonna do a little bowl and that's gonna cap off the night. And then I topped it with a little bit of coconut aminos, which I've been using as a soy sauce alternative. I got this one from Trader Joe's, but they have it at like every grocery store. I'm gonna do a little bit of lemon in here, get it nice and fresh. This mango pineapple pico that I got from Trader Joe's. Delish. Oh my goodness, Charlie's like yelling at me over there. What is it, Charlie? Yeah. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more of that avocado packet that I had from this morning for some healthy fats. What is it? And that is our shrimp bowl that is going to round out the evening. But I am going to enjoy this. And that is going to round out this episode. Thank you guys so much for following along. I can't wait to take you guys along with me through like every step of this reverse diet. So please let me know what you guys want to see. I want to be making sure that I am being so transparent in this phase and showing what you guys want to see, not only on YouTube, but like on Instagram. Let me know what type of videos, what type of content you want to see from me, and I will be making sure to be putting it out there. We are not slowing down on any of the content anytime soon, so don't worry about that. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you're following me on my socials, and again, I just thank you guys so much for your support, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!